Hello everyone, happy Tuesday of spring break. First thing that we're going to do over the spring break is we're going to go back and look at answers from yesterday's classwork. So you should have already submitted your answers from yesterday, but you can pull up that Google document now and we can check your answers together. If you need to pause this video to pull it up, do that, and then unpause it and come back to check your answers. Okay. We'll start by looking at the answers for number 1. Let's do a little background music while we go through these. There's the answer for number 1 from yesterday. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Go Bulls. Number 6. Number 7. Scottie Pippen. Don't worry about it. Number 8. Number 9. Oklahoma State. Dennis Rodman. And number 10. Okay. Let's turn that off and we will go right back in now to starting on Tuesday's lesson. Just like yesterday, there's not necessarily going to be a PDN and there's not going to be an exit ticket. We're going to go through some review problems and then you are going to do the next 10 on your own and we'll check answers tomorrow. So we've worked on all the different types of percent problems so far. Today we're going to put it all together. Some questions we're not going to have the part, some questions we're not going to have the whole, some questions we're not going to have the percent. So what makes today a little bit more difficult is we have to figure out what's missing before we can actually solve it. So there are 125 pieces of candy. 72% of them are fruit candies and the rest are chocolate. How many are fruit candies? Okay, automatically I know the percent is not missing because it tells me 72%. So I'm going to delete that one. So then I also know that it gives me 125 and I have to decide if 125 is the total or the part. There are 125 pieces of candy. That's the total amount of candy. So I know that 125 is the total. So what's missing is the part. Okay, so when I set up this problem and I do part over total, just like we've been doing the last 3 days, I know that part is missing. So I'm going to label part as X. I know that total is 125 because that's the total amount of candies. It also tells me that there's 72% are fruit, so 72 out of 100 because all my percents are out of 100. I cannot get from 100 to 125, so I'm going to simplify this. When I think about this, what goes into both those numbers? 4 goes into both of them. 4 goes into 72 18 times. 4 goes into 100 25 times. And I'll rewrite this. 25 times what gives me 125? Times 5, so I'm going to do 18 times 5. 18 times 5 equals 90. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the computer and I'm going to type in there are 90 fruit candies. Okay. Number 2 is a little different. It says there's 50 pieces of candy, 16 of them are Butterfingers. What percent are Butterfingers? Okay, I know my total is 50, so I can delete that because I know that's my total. I know my part is 16, and what's missing? My percent. So when I set up my problem for number 2, I then know part over total, well, it's 16 over 50, and for my second ratio, I know that all percents are out of 100, so I'm trying to figure out what is the percent out of 100. 50 times 2 gives me 100, so 16 times 2 is going to give me X. X equals 32, so I'm going to write on my paper that 32% are Butterfingers. Hopefully I can spell. Okay? So the key is deciding what's missing, your part, your total, or your percent. And that's where the X goes, and then you'll plug in the rest of it and just solve the ratio. Right now you have 10 questions to do on your own. Make sure that you're writing your answer on the computer, on the Google Doc underneath, and then you'll hit submit today. Make sure you submit it before midnight tonight, and then tomorrow you can come back and check your answers. Thanks. Hope you're having a great spring break. As always, there's going to be some Khan assignments at the end for you to continue your practice. So once you finish your work, go ahead and log on with that as well. And we'll see you all tomorrow.